Welcome back. Taylor Thames has brought in a recruiting class of 5 new players, including this week's On the Sidelines guest. Check out my interview with everyone's favorite Canadian midfielder, Marco Chang. Hello, I'm Siobhan Nolan, welcoming you back to this week's edition of On the Sidelines. I'm joined today by men's soccer new spring recruit Marco Chang. So Marco, spring season is coming to an end. You have Drexel on Friday, but looking back at your past 4 games, what has kind of been the mood of the team, how you guys have been playing together and just getting used to, you know, having the spring recruits integrated with the guys that have already been here when Taylor came?
I think that the mood is shifting in a very positive manner because at the beginning of the season, if I'm being honest, it felt very, like especially being the new guy, it felt very split up, the group. I guess maybe it could be due to the fact that, you know, the team last year did not have the best record. But again, with all the training, with all the even team activities, and again, with all the games like you mentioned, the team is gelling together. And from a playing perspective, I think we're only improving game by game.
And you in the midfield have taken on a very important role. You are kind of proving yourself to be a guy that can control the midfield, do defensive work and attacking work. What is it like for you to come in here and then almost instantaneously be given such a big responsibility in midfield?
I think it's something that is very special. I'm honestly very happy that the coaches and as well as the players trust me in that role. And again, I just hope to hopefully continue to improve and help the team improve, and hopefully we'll be on our winning ways.
And with Drexel on Friday, you were kind of trying to get recruited by Drexel in your first year of college. Obviously, that didn't work out. You ended up here. So what is it going to be like for you to play against them and kind of face the coach that tried to get you when you started out in West Virginia, recommended you go junior college, and then you ended up coming here instead of there?
I think it'll be very interesting just because the coach at Drexel, who actually obviously tried to recruit me, he's never actually seen me play in person, and obviously it was all through film, and him and I have a very good connection to this day. But again, it'll be on a personal level. Obviously, I'm going to want to beat him, not just obviously for the team to win, but it's also a message indicator that, like, hey, like, you missed out on someone who could have helped positively influence your team.
And then, you've had that journey from D2, junior college, to now D1. It's a crazy journey,
Yep.
and to end up here is just such, it's a path that not many athletes have taken.
Right.
So how do you think that previous experience has helped you be the best player you can be for LaSalle?
So if I'm being totally honest, I think in my recruiting year, if I did go to a straight Division I program or school like LaSalle, I don't think I would have the success that I have now. Not saying I have a lot of success right now, but just because of the maturity. And throughout the journey, obviously, like you mentioned, from Division II to junior college, there was a lot of personal growth that was off the field. Like I told you, my maturity or the ability to obviously adapt to new situations and everything. But I think that with all those experiences, the biggest thing is definitely, again, me just growing as a person, definitely growing as a player from meeting different players from different backgrounds and different coaching styles and playing styles. But overall, just, without those experiences, just will not be able to be here.
And now that you are here and you have experienced a good number of games so far, what would you say as a team, the biggest strength that you've seen from, playing so far, and the biggest thing that you guys need to improve on for the fall?
I think the biggest strength is that us as a team, we now have a way to play. We now know the ultimate goal as a team, and we're heading towards it. I mean, there's moments in games, even against Seton Hall. Obviously, we lost 3-0, which is not a good result, but if you're watching the game, like, it was not a 3-0 game. We definitely had moments where we looked like the better team, and obviously if we can just be a little bit more consistent, then those results are going to be in our favor. So I think, to answer your question about the weakness part, I think the biggest weakness is the ability to stay focused throughout the whole game, because during this whole spring season, the only way that a team really has scored on us is through set pieces. And so that obviously involves urgency and just the ability to stay focused the entire game.
And another kind of interesting thing is that you have a lot of guys that are going to be leaving this year, meaning that the recruiting class is probably going to be really sizable too. So that can be kind of a good thing and a bad thing. So for you, if you do have that really big recruiting class, what do you think that's going to mean for the team coming this fall and then in the years ahead for LaSalle?
So I personally think that it's a good thing that we obviously have a massive recruiting class due to the fact that a deep roster is what will win us games because, like we said, everything is unpredictable. Like last season, I heard that because the team caught COVID, like half of the starting lineup was out. And obviously not saying that the substitute players weren't as good, but at the same time, a deeper roster just means a bigger variety. It means a harder competition at practice, and everyone's ultimately improving. And so I think in terms of the years to come, I do trust Coach Taylor just because, like, at the same time, he did bring me here, and as well as the other 5 recruits that are here as well. Like, I do trust that however many recruits coming will be a positive impact towards the team on and off the field.
And then in the summer, you're playing USL too for Philadelphia Lone Star. For Reading, you're going up quite a few of your teammates. You have Zach Moore, Isaac Sedin, you know, a bunch of other players that you've mentioned. So are you kind of looking forward to being able to play against them in that environment, or is it kind of intimidating to have so many of them on that team and it's just you for the Lone Star?
To be honest, I think it'll be really fun just because, I don't know if fun's the right word, but at the same time, it will be very competitive because I know that those guys who are playing there, so again, like you mentioned, like Zach, Isaac, Pucci, Ike, and Tulla, they're all very competitive guys, really hardworking guys. They all want to win, and so it'll be sort of a test for me on a personal level to see, like, hey, like, how far have I come? Or maybe are they intimidated to play against me? Or am I, when I come to the moment, am I going to be a little intimidated? So overall, I think it'll be a good test. And it'll be fun. And
what's the advantage of having so many players? Because you also mentioned that Justin Bruno is playing on another team. So you have a pretty sizable number of guys on your roster playing in that USL2 semi-professional. What do you think is the advantage of having that kind of experience in your team as well?
I think just having more, more guys on your summer team playing obviously at the same university, especially the Division I level. Chemistry is definitely the biggest thing, just because, like, within the 5 players that are playing at Reading, for example, 4 of them are on-field players. Tulla's an attacking threat. Isaac and Ike are both midfielders, and Pucci's a good center back. Like, they have the chemistry. They understand where the runs are. They understand the movement off each other. Whereas, like, me going to Philadelphia Lone Star, like, I haven't played with any of those guys, honestly. And so chemistry would be a big thing, which is why they have the advantage. But again, we'll see with training and everything, and obviously in the home opener at Reading, like, we'll see who's going to win.
And so just to kind of wrap up the interview, we like to do something where we ask for team superlatives for you guys. So to start it off, who would you say is the best dancer on the soccer team?
Best dancer? Oof. Probably Tulla.
Tulla?
I think Tulla is the funniest dancer. I don't know about best. I don't know about
but
best.
the most entertaining.
100, hands down, the most entertaining. Without a doubt in my mind.
Because don't you guys have the thing where if you're late to the team circle, you have to do a dance or sing a song? So does he have to do that a lot, and you've seen a lot of it?
So there was one practice where, he had to do 2 of them. And it was just, everybody was just laughing. It was a good time, but at the same time, Tulla is definitely the most, I'd say, entertaining dancer and personnel on the team, for sure. For sure.
So who has the best style? Who dresses the best on the team, in your opinion?
Dresses the best? It depends. Are we talking about formal, informal, just daily?
Just like everyday style. Like, who do you see walking around campus that's just always like dressed up, you know, not in their sweats or pajamas or anything?
Well, I can't say me because I'm always in my hoodie and shorts and everything. But I'd say the best style, I'd give it to, I think the new guy, Dylan.
Really?
Dylan has his style is pretty casual, but you'll never catch him wearing the same, like, outfit per se. He's always mixing and matching, and he's overall he comes off as a very stylish guy. So I'd say Dylan.
And there's a lot of close, like, friendships on the team. Who would you say is the most, like, troublemaker duo? Like, when you put 2 guys together, like, you know something's gonna happen.
So I think it's either gonna be Pucci and Nigel. Or, Pucci with anyone.
Yeah, really?
Just Pucci,
Pucci just can't be trusted with anyone.
He is the troublemaker, 100%, without a doubt in my mind.
And then who would you say right now is kind of the team dad? Like the player that kind of keeps everyone from getting too crazy, or kind of like the voice of reason for you guys?
I don't think we have one right now.
Okay.
I don't think we have a team dad. But the dad of the team we joke about is Carlos because he does look a lot older than the rest of us. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then who would you say is the funniest, most immature, but like gets away with it, like they never get in trouble for it?
Justin.
Yeah.
Without a doubt in my mind, Justin.
Yeah.
Justin will our practice because we train pretty early in the morning. Like we train at 7. Well, we have to be at the field at 7:15.
Yeah.
And at 7:15, you already hear him singing songs, making jokes, calling our like an assistant coach, even a head coach, like nicknames. Like he's a very playful, very positive spirit, and like you can't get mad at him. Like even if it's serious, like if he says something, like we're all just gonna like look at each other and start smiling a little bit.
It's like, it's just Justin. And then since you guys do train so early, who in the team is just worst in the morning, not a morning person?
Pucci.
You don't. Pucci again.
Thought down on my mind, Pucci. If Pucci wakes up on the wrong side of the bed, someone will lose their leg. Like,
does he like drink coffee or anything, or does he just show up and he's like pissed?
Honestly, I don't want to ask him. I get scared sometimes in the morning, if I'm being honest. But definitely Pucci. He's not only the troublemaker, but if you catch him in a bad morning, like it is not good whatsoever.
Yeah, so definitely want to be careful around Pucci in the mornings, but we can't wait to see you guys play away at Drexel on Friday. That's at 6 p.m. If you can travel, you don't want to miss it. But Marco, thank you so much for joining us.
Of course.
And I will send it back to the desk.
Of course.
We're going to take another quick break, but when we come back, we'll give you the upcoming games for the week and our Explorer Report game of the week. Still don't have an Explorer Report.